Hey, hey, hey. Hey, okay. Out to the paper, the grass is always greener. I don't do no labels, I call it how I see it. Okay, out to the paper, the grass is always greener. I don't do no labels, I call it how I see it.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of No Label, the podcast. Here, I'm my boy Nell.
Yo.
Special shout outs to everybody that's been subscribing on YouTube as normal, liking on Instagram, commenting, sharing, liking, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, all of that good stuff. We appreciate y'all as usual. Go over and head over to nolabelthepod.com.
Where you can sign up for our newsletter and keep up everything current with No Label the Pod. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate every subscription, every like, every comment, every post. You know what I'm saying? Leave a review. Also, if there's any updates that you think we can make, please let us know. And, you know what I mean? We'll do our best to accommodate. We appreciate y'all.
Got our boy MVRRO in the building.
Yo.
He is not behind the camera. We had to do some heavily convincing to get him in that seat today.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
But he's ecstatic to be here.
Yeah, he's quiet and humble now, but you should see him on stage. When's your next performance?
June 20th, we have Milky's. Shout out to, the brown bag lady, Chantel. She's the GOAT. She asked me to headline. Audi 3K gonna be there. Weedy, the God, I think his name is gonna be there.
Edo Langston.
He's gonna be there.
Is Edo or Edo?
Edo, I don't know.
That sounds better.
But either way it goes, fire. Well, because you think about like the Edo dynasty and what all
I see what you did there. Either way it go.
Yeah, that shit hard. But well, in that case, that's it. June 20th, we back, and it's gonna be a good one. So pull up.
That's a fact. And he's easily one of the best performers, like, in the town. And I say that not because it's my man's, but I literally watch him practice for hours and just hear moving downstairs to the point where I think somebody's like breaking in the house. I ran down the stairs. I'm coming down there like, this nigga's in there performing, fucking shadow boxing, doing this shit. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, okay.
I think I've only seen MVRRO perform once at, what's that spot? Damn, I forgot what it's called. Is it like,
Luna? Luna?
No, not Luna.
I don't think I performed there.
What's that? Stamps.
Stamps.
I seen this one at Stamps.
Yeah, I had a couple of stamps.
That's the only time. But you're one of those people who's good at like being performative in music videos too. Like that translates to on stage, I think. Cause like you do a good job in performing in music videos. I think Neft Ali, he does a real good job of that. Like Neft is like a different person off like music versus when he's performing and shit. Cause like he's not just like a laid back chill dude, and then once he step in front of that mic, and they go in a different mode.
That's a fact. I feel like that in a way where it's like with podcasting. Yeah, I'll ask 1,000 questions. I'll be talking da. You see me in public, I'm chilling, bro. I'm in the cut. Yeah. I don't. 9 times out of 10, I don't want to talk unless I'm with like one of my close friends. Like, fam, I'm in the cut chilling, bro. Mm-hmm. I don't do none of that.
I'm down for depending on the day, I'm down for a good conversation. Small talk though, nah, ain't no small talk, especially in the club. That's something that we should talk about. Having conversations in the club.
Convos in the club.
It's impossible. Mm-hmm. That shit is damn near impossible. If there's music blasting and people are drunk and you're actually trying to have like a legit conversation, that shit is impossible. Especially me, because I'm just monotone and my voice doesn't cut through like that. If I'm elevating, it sounds like I'm yelling. If I'm talking normal, it's hard to hear me. So it's like, it's hard to find that in betwing.
Huh? Like, huh?
Yeah.
What you say?
Yeah, real shit, right?
Even if I yelled and everybody at the bar can hear me.
I was at Sound Wars the other week, and little shorties walked in. I knew one of them. I knew of one of them. I'm like, okay, she looking fire. Da, da, da. I'm with my mans. So the DJs at the time, something was wrong with the speakers. So there was no music playing or whatever. So I go over there. I talk to my mans. Da, da, da. The shorties move over. I'm like, oh, okay, okay, I'd like to get some motion. So I'm in there. I'm thinking,
Birdman hand rub.
yeah. So I'm in there. I'm playing. I'm trying to play it cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, I'm like, okay. I'm thinking my little opening line and shit. Bro, second I'm about to say something, speakers go blasting. I'm like, oh shit, she not even about to hear me. So but nigga, I ain't gonna lie, I got in my head, shit happened. I was like, yeah, I fumbled that. I fumbled, but it was just like, fam, if it was at least a kind of bit quiet here, to where I could have a conversation, like, nah, you know what I'm saying?
That's one of them Flash moments. You know what I'm saying? When Flash ran back in time to save his mom and shit. That's you waking up thinking about that shit.
I ain't think about it when I woke up. It was just like, it is what it is. But what is...
The good thing about events like that is, though, you can go places and be present without having to actually socialize. That's what I like about stuff like that. It's like, all right, I'm going to show face. I'm going to, enjoy myself a little bit, just support whoever's throwing the event. But because of the environment and how loud it is and what's going on, this stuff going on, I don't actually have to, talk to people. I can still be in my own world.
I get that. I get that.
So we touched on it a little bit, just opening the show in terms of, just performing. What do y'all think of just artist showcases in general, specifically the ones where the artist has to pay in order to perform? Especially when there's showcases where it's up and coming artists, they want to be put on a bigger scale, in front of a bigger audience in order to get their music and whatever else they're promoting out there.
Me as an artist, I don't care either way, personally, just because I feel like sometimes that's worth it. It's just promotion. You know what I'm saying? You pay for promotion. You pay for getting a video out. You pay for ads if you want to reach people you haven't seen before. That's exactly what you're doing. So, and you also have a choice at it. You have a choice as if you want to pay to get a spot or not. Do or don't. You know what I'm saying? Throw your own show where the artist ain't got to pay.
That's a fact.
Simple as that. But, you know what I'm saying, some of them joints that you pay for put you in the right positions. Like, some of the people get put in positions where they can really showcase and make the most out of it. Because even if you pay for it and nothing happened, bring a videographer. You know what I'm saying? Make content from it that make it look like you're doing something crazy. Add it to your portfolio, and then once you trying to get more concerts and shit like that, you got something to show people. Like, yeah, this is how I move a crowd. You know what I'm saying? It's data. And you use that to get bigger and bigger events. So,
yeah, make the most out of that opportunity. That's a good point. Bringing a videographer, photographer, just doing other stuff to make your dollar stretch, whatever you pay for that showcase.
No,
what you think, now?
Nah, that's for sure. I honestly, I think the artist shouldn't have to pay, but once again, it's like, is it set up in a sense where it's like you're gonna be performing in front of these people who can make stuff shake for you? You know what I'm saying? It can, you gotta weigh the costs and the benefits. Like people who perform at Super Bowl, they don't get paid. You know what I'm saying? But they're getting a return on their investment. What was that? The Weeknd spent a couple million on his set design that one Super Bowl. Like, he paid money to perform, but it paid him in return. He got that return on his investment. It's just another investment strategy. You know what I'm saying? Is it worth being in front of these people? Are the fans that you're performing in front of, are they fickle? Or are these core fans that's going to stick with you forever? Is there going to be companies that's going to be there that want you to perform at their events? Is there going to be record executives that are going to want you to, perform for their label? You know what I'm saying?
And what you're explaining right now is what I was going to ask, but I'm going to let you continue. I'm just saying this is the vetting process of figuring out whether this is something you should actually pay for or whether it's worth it or not.
Yeah.
So you can continue.
No, and it come down to investments. Like, should you invest in this performance? Simple as that. Simple as that. Because it's just like, okay, I could perform. You don't accept every single performance that's going to give you money. You shouldn't. In a sense, okay, yeah, you're in suburbs, far out. It's a country festival, but they want you to perform your 1 or 2 hip hop songs. Is that worth the investment versus going to something that's in the city? It may be less, it may be cheaper, but it may give you a bigger return. It's just playing the cards right.
Yeah, I agree with both of y'all. I think it's definitely the big thing is whether the performance is worth it or not. So like you explained, going through that vetting process of, are there going to be record execs here? Are there going to be people in the music industry who can actually, who can actually add to what I have going on or to where this is beneficial for me in some way? I think there's definitely, depending on, where you are in your career, what your budget is or like what the price is that you'll pay. Like, what do you think is the max an artist should pay? If you're maybe not on the ground level, but you're still building the foundation and you're trying to get like more looks and be seen out there in order to establish your core fan base.
You shouldn't be paying more than a stack.
Okay.
You shouldn't be paying more than a stack. Regardless, any city, anywhere, you shouldn't be paying more than a stack. Because you shouldn't be paying at all in general. So
why do you think you shouldn't be paying at all?
You shouldn't be, because it's to me, it's kind of like a sense of gatekeeping. It's like, okay, a person was put in charge of getting acts for an event. Because this person doesn't know all the people, let's say, in the area, or they're trying to just make some money. Anybody with $1,000, people who you want to get on, okay, this is how you do it. You got to pay me, and I'll let you perform, Fam, your job is to get people to perform, good people to perform. It shouldn't just be just because this person has $1,000, they get to come on stage. Because there's that kid that's, let's say he a senior in high school, got the crazy fire song. Everybody in the city is bumping it, but let's say it's going a little viral versus the dude who's 30. He been doing it for, let's say, 8 years, and he not really popping, but he thinks he's just one away, and he just happened to have the bread. Now you give it to bruh because he got the money. Meanwhile, it's a kid who doesn't necessarily have those same resources, and that could really do something with this opportunity.
So do you think the platforms that would charge artists for a showcase or the events that are throwing that, do you think they're less credible because of it? Do y'all think they're less credible because of it? And what do you think of the process of having artists sell tickets in order to solidify their spot?
I never heard that. The selling tickets to solidify the spot.
Yeah, it's like you get 10 tickets, you have to sell these 10 tickets in order to cover your spot as a performer. And whatever you don't sell, you got to pay that difference.
If you gotta pay and do that, that's
no, not pay and do
Okay.
that. But that's pretty much your payment. So you get 10 tickets, each ticket $20. You got to sell these in order to solidify your spot. If you don't, you got to pay the difference of whatever tickets you didn't sell.
Because at that point, that was just essentially that, but your chance to make way more money. Mm-hmm. Because like, when it come down to it, like, at the very least, all this shit is what we do as artists. Like, I'm not where I'm at, want to be at right now because there's a lot of things that I know I could have done that I didn't do. Like, the way I market certain things, the way you know what I mean? Like, all this shit is just about promotion, and how you portray yourself to these fans who will then decide if they want to keep rocking with your content. So, like, for example, we was talking about artists before, Tommy 7X, that was on that list of some of the most lit Buffalo artists. Like, he does a real good job at selling tickets. Like, Neftali and all them, a great job at selling tickets. Like, they do cinematic shit to sell tickets. And it's like, you have to do that. Like, so if somebody say, okay, cool, boom, you got a slot for 15 minutes, but you just got to sell 10 tickets and anything else you sell after that, you know what I'm saying, goes directly to you, you in your head, you got to sell 50 tickets. Because I'm about to make whatever off of these 40 tickets, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's an opportunity to make money also.
It's that, but it's showing you how to really become something in the industry. Because at the end of the day, that's all this shit is who can be promoted the best. No, it's not great that, you know what I'm saying, the skill isn't the forefront of this shit. But like I'm saying, like if you got the skill, why not get your promotion good too? So that we can get in the mainstream more skilled niggas rather than these, you know, people that get generated all based off the same shit that we keep getting fed. You know what I mean?
No, that's a fact.
So
Yeah, I agree with all that. The artist Jazzy, she was saying that hip hop needs more like songwriters in that sense. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when we create more like that more impactful music, it makes more sense when we have like putting together shows and full events that where it's full curation. It's like everything deserves that like level of attention. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to putting on a show, getting on the show, the music you're making. And I think if we put more energy into that craft, it would make sense on like, oh yeah, let me just pay for this. Because I put so much energy into it already. It's nothing. That's peanuts compared to like little $1,000 is peanuts compared to how much I actually put into creating this thing.
and it depends on who you're doing it in front of too. Because again, like if you're gonna pay $1,000 to perform in front of all the same people you've been performing in front of for free, no, like that's a bad investment. Like it's a for real bad investment. You paying $1,000 to perform somewhere in LA across the country where they don't know you, Australia, fucking Japan. And honestly, I'm not opposed to paying more than that, depending on who I'm performing in front of. Like, who is this couple seconds gonna give me a minute to, or you know, a chance to really win somebody over? That can change my life. You know, if you're thinking about getting signed and you know stuff like that, because that's still valid too in 2025. You don't need to, but you know what I mean, it's still valid.
Facts.
So,
Big facts.
Nah, yeah, I agree with both of y'all. I think the vetting process is the most important thing when it comes to that, honestly. Like, I'm not opposed to artists having to pay to perform, but I also agree with the fact that if you get to a certain, like if it's the right event, if it's the right promotion, if it's the right people throwing it, you honestly shouldn't have to pay as an artist. Because they're going to have the funding, they're going to have the sponsors, they're going to have the brands that are collab to where they don't need money from the artists, and they can just focus on putting the best artists in front of the best possible crowd that, you know, that's seamless and makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you think Eminem had to perform on 8 Mile? You think he had to pay to perform?
at the rap battles,
Yeah.
most likely. I ain't watched that movie in so long.
It's a classic.
I never thought about it, but like he probably did.
Do you think he had to? Do you think he had to pay because he was white, or do you think he had to pay because that's the protocol of the venue?
Protocol.
I think it could have been protocol.
Because it wasn't just performance, it was a rap battle. Mm-hmm. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Most of the time, like, especially when you're rapping for money, like, most of the time, like, they want you to put something in to increase the pot.
Especially, like, even if you keep winning, like, you don't gotta, you wouldn't have to keep paying, you know what I'm saying? But if you just a new entry, like, I don't know who you is, all right, put the money up.
I think 8 Mile is one of the greatest hip hop movies of all time.
It's a great transition.
You like that?
It's good. It ain't. It ain't
you
one
like
of the,
that transition?
It ain't one of the. I can't say. I can't say it's the greatest.
I seen it come in a little bit, yeah, but it was fire though. It was fire. Shit, I can't say which one is the greatest.
I think it's in the top 5 though.
It's in top 5. It's definitely top 5.
Early top 5. What's the top 5?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie, I only got one. White Tee. That's one of my favorite movies of all
White
time.
Tee?
What's that?
What is that?
You know,
It's like some shit that came out 2005.
2000. It was like 2012, somewhere around there. You remember? It's one of them good bad movies. Like it's a terrible movie. like it's one of the. It's not a good movie. Like
I know what you mean.
in terms of
It's like
technique.
Pootie Tang.
I guess you could say that. Like it's like you ever seen School Dance with the Rangers or not? Yeah, with the Rangers. You know what I'm saying?
School Days?
School Dance. It was a Nick Cannon movie.
Nah.
Oh,
Yeah, with Bobby J from
with, Christina Milian.
You think the
might have
love
been
don't
in there.
cost a thing?
Oh, you talking about Nick Cannon? Oh no. Oh yeah, because that is a Nick
He
Cannon movie
said-
too.
He fucked him up on the beach with that dance.
Damn. So I'm trying to think of another good bad movie. But anyway, White
Pootie
Tee.
Tang, bro.
I
Pootie Tang's a
still
good
gotta
bad
watch that as an
Shit,
adult.
you
bro.
got served.
It's,
love that
you got
movie.
served is better. You got
I
served
love that
brothers
movie,
is
but the acting is
selling
not
dope.
the best.
Yeah. Selling crack to dance is
Y'all
crazy, bro.
brothers is selling dope.
But at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do for the dream. So I mean, yeah.
That's a fact.
I mean, you got to do it for Lil Saint.
Got
at
to
some
fund your
point.
passion.
But yeah, White Tee. It was Gerard Mixon and Jamal Mixon, the two fat dudes from what's that shit called? Nutty Professor. The Hercules.
Oh,
Them boys.
Man.
I
I know you're
never
talking
heard
about.
of
I know
that.
Damn, right.
I know you're talking about.
Y'all gotta watch White Tee, bro. Why don't
never
nobody know
heard of
about
that
White
shit
Tee?
remotely.
Like White Tee is that shit,
Mandela
bro.
effect shit.
White, bro, I bought that shit on Amazon. Like, yeah. Anyway, I ain't gonna go into my White Tee history, but yeah, I got that.
You got it. What's the joint?
8 Mile is in there though, top 5.
8 Mile is top 5.
Belly.
So, are we saying like movies with rappers in it, or are we just saying like
Hip hop
movies
culture.
about
Hip hop
hip
culture.
hop?
I feel like hip hop culture has to
That's a good question because that is different. I would say it has to be a movie that was on the big screen. So it can't be like no fucking YouTube documentary or none of that shit.
Dip said no.
Yeah.
be Killer
so,
Season.
I'm biased. I love Killer Season.
Killer Season was fire.
But I'm not counting it. So yeah, pretty much movies that were hip hop movies that were on the big screen. So whether it's predominantly a hip hop theme, whether it's predominantly hip hop actors, pretty much that category. So Belly, I think, is definitely in there, regardless of how you think it aged.
Because Hype Williams did that, and he was a hip hop director.
Bros, and DMX and Nas were the two stars in it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Juice is on there for me.
Juice. Juice, would you consider that a hip hop movie?
You're gonna make me run through a fucking wall. Tupac is in it. I'm spitting my fault.
Yeah, Tupac is in it.
Tupac is in it, and Steel is was DJ, and his whole thing was making like doing the DJ battles.
It wasn't Still.
Oh, that was Q.
Yeah.
My fault.
Okay, I'll give you that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the DJ
Yeah.
battles.
That's fine. I forgot about that part. Juice. Okay. Is Boys in the Hood a hip hop movie? No, I don't think so either.
Like Mike.
8 Mile, Belly, Juice.
8 Mile, Belly,
We ain't
Juice.
gonna put like Mike on there.
Nah, it's a basketball movie.
But Bow Wow a rapper though.
It's a basketball movie.
Basketball movie. That nigga didn't. Did he
Basketball
rap
is my
at all?
favorite sport.
Yeah, he rapped in there.
What? No. What's the joint? What's the joint with CB4 on it?
CB4.
Yeah,
That's what the movie's called.
CB4.
I
Okay.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah, CB4 is on there.
Nah, that's
Hey, that's
any of y'all
hilarious.
kids that have never watched CB4, go
Hilarious.
watch that movie. It's literally a depiction of rappers. Like the rappers that we think are actually doing the things that they're doing that they're actually not.
Parody movie.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's like a scary movie but for hip hop.
Yeah,
I've never seen that.
fucking
Yeah,
jokes.
It got Chris Rock in it. It got
The Wayans brothers, I believe.
yeah, I think it got that one dude that was in New Jack City too. That played
Yep.
G Money.
So we got,
CB4, y'all like that?
we got CB4, Belly, Juice, 8 Mile. We need one more. He said White Tee.
Hey,
we
nah,
don't know
that's
what-
that's
we
a
just don't
favorite.
know.
That's a favorite. Y'all never
I just
watched
don't know
it.
what White Tee is.
Nah, yeah, y'all ain't watch it yet. Y'all
Yep,
gotta just watch
I'm
that
all
shit.
right, too.
Yeah. Again, it's a stupid movie, but it's an entertaining movie.
ATL?
Is that a hip hop movie?
I think ATL is a hip hop movie. I think ATL is a hip hop movie because
Why do you think it's a hip hop movie?
'cause
It's centered around skate.
skating is part of hip hop.
So is Robots a hip hop movie? Skating is kind of funk
It is funky.
and disco.
If roll bounce,
It is funky, but the drug dealing aspect of ATL,
Hold on, so drug dealing is only hip hop?
it ties into hip hop.
Bro, it ties into other shit too.
shit,
Niggas
them
was
back-
drug dealers. They was drug dealing when they was doing disco. They was drug dealer when they was singing funk. They was drug dealer when they was singing soul.
I'm the push.
Rock stars, pop, drugs involved in all that shit. So nah, I ain't just putting that on hip hop.
I like ATL I like ATL.
I ain't mad at ATL. But I don't know.
I was gonna say you're gonna put roll bounce in there and not put like Mike in there. That's a shame. that's a shame. Man.
We got one more.
Oh shit.
Damn, we some young niggas. Old niggas is like swinging at us right now.
We suck.
Is New Jack City considered a hip hop movie?
I wouldn't.
Oh, Mac and Dev go to high school.
That's not top 5.
I don't think that's top.
I never even seen that shit.
that's a
I
good
just
bad
know it's
movie.
not top 5.
Ooh, dope.
Facts.
Hip hop.
Dope.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's hip hop. The nigga, he had a high top fade
Yeah.
in 2016.
Facts.
Dope. I'm getting
Produced.
into
I
dope.
think it was produced by Pharrell. They got Rocky and Vince Staples and Tiger in it.
Oh, we ain't gonna put the Pharrell movie in there.
They were rappers.
The Lego movie.
Only because it's a biopic. Only because it's only about him.
Okay.
No, I like that. Dope. I'm pretty sure there's more from like the 80s, 90s, whatever the
Yeah, please let us know what we missed.
Dope,
Belly,
Belly, 8 Mile,
Juice.
Juice, CB4. I like that. Top 5 hip hop movies of all time.
I gotta watch CB4.
Nah, you like that shit.
Yo, that shit is crazy. It's you'll laugh at how relevant it is. Because it came out in like early '90s. Like came out before like when I was like, a kid. It's bro, you'll laugh at how relevant.
I think I watched it probably like 5-6 years ago for the first time. So I watched it like during the SoundCloud era when Lil Pump and all them niggas was getting lit. Very, very prevalent at that time. So artists, what do you think is the definition of falling off? Of an artist falling off, what is the definition of it? Because that word, in term, it gets thrown around real loosely. An artist won't drop for a year, people was like, oh, he fell off. Well, no, maybe he just had a baby or some shit.
I think it's you not living up to your expectations. You know what I'm saying? Because if you've been dropping like once a year for the past 5 years, and then all of a sudden you not, and there's shit not hitting, you fell off.
The realistic expectations or expectations of the internet?
Expectations that you set upon yourself. If you're saying, "Oh, I'm about to take over the next 3 summers," and like you that nigga, and you don't, that's considered a fall off to me.
So expectations that they will have to communicate out to the public then. Because you could have expectations of yourself and never communicate those, but everybody else doesn't know it. But everybody else are the ones who's going to classify you as being a person that fell off. So I don't really think that corresponds. Like artists aren't going on Instagram Live saying, "Yeah, I'm falling off. I fell off." It's everybody else who's saying that.
Yeah, but I think if the people don't hear what they want to hear, they can automatically throw you in the fall off category.
That's true too.
Yeah, because like, who was it? ASAP Ferg, to me, right? He dropped Trap Lord. Crazy, stupid bangers, da-da-da-da. He dropped the next one. I forgot what was the name of that joint.
Always strive and prosper.
Always Strive and Prosper. It was more poppy, and it was a good album, but
That shit was tough.
That shit was tough. They said he fell off because he went towards a different sound. And it just didn't. And ever since then, it was like he was climbing uphill to try to get back to like him making the quote unquote hits, even though he had some joints on the next one.
No, I'm about to say because he had Plain Jane, and that's probably his biggest hit.
Yeah, but it's like nonetheless they were trying to say he fell off.
Plain Jane or Work. and work has features, so
They were still trying to say he fell off though.
not after playing Jane. I agree with the fact they said that after Always Strive and Prosper that because it was a more commercial, there were good songs on there, whereas Trap Lord was a lot of like bangers and shit.
Yeah.
So I did hear that they said he fell off, but after playing Jane, I feel like you know what I mean. But
he was able to. I feel like that's that moment where my fault to cut you off.
no, you good.
That's that moment where an artist hits that point where they can do whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? Like people stop kind of expecting shit from you. Like they like, all right, like let me just see what this nigga can do. You know?
Yeah. But
After you have something that big.
yeah. And one thing I think like it makes me think back to like the Kendrick Lamar rollout when he had his first album and then he dropped To Pimp a Butterfly. People were almost trying to say he fell off during To Pimp a Butterfly. Just because it wasn't the same thing as Good Kid, Mad City.
I didn't hear that.
I remember people saying they ain't want to hear that shit.
Well, I'll take your word for it for sure. This is one of the things where I'm going to take your word for it.
They people saying they ain't want to hear that shit, but then he came back with Damn, and it was oh shit. You know what I'm saying? I think the fall off is just it's kind of like it's like a narrative. You know what I'm saying? Whether you want to buy it, do you want to buy into it or do you not want to? They say Wiz fell off. Wiz is still making great music.
I never heard that.
You never heard Wiz fell off? Since Taylor Alderdice? Nah, they were saying Wiz fell off. He wasn't in the mainstream
When?
after Taylor Alderdice.
So like 10 years ago? Yeah, like 10 years, like within the 7 to 10 year range.
Yeah, but it was just like he just if it's not mainstream enough, they're saying like, yo, you fell off. You're not in the spotlight anymore. It is not whether the music is good or not.
So you think the definition of falling off is if the artist is no longer in the spotlight that they were previously in?
I think it falls into that most of the time.
I think I agree a little bit. I also think I agree with the fact of the expectations of the artist. I don't think it's the expectation that the artist set out for themselves because nobody actually knows that unless the artist communicates that to the public, which most artists normally aren't. So I think it's the expectations of what the public has on that artist. So, for instance, like a Future. When Future puts out projects, most people are gonna expect a couple of bangers. Just a couple of joints that we could float across social media. Mm-hmm. Some people could use as captions. It'll ring off in parties for maybe a month or two. The average consumer, that's what they're expecting from Future. If Future drops mixtape Pluto 2 and there's no bangers on there or nothing that actually lasts longer than one like week life cycle, then they're gonna say he fell off because that's the expectation of Future. Expectation of Drake, similar thing. If he doesn't do that, they're gonna say he fell off. Expectation of J. Cole may just be putting together a good body of work that has a theme that's cohesive, that is introspective. That's what people are expecting from J. Cole. Now, if J. Cole comes back and the album is a bunch of word salad shit with no cohesiveness or structure to it, they're gonna be like, oh, J. Cole's falling off because it's not what we expect of him. So I think it's case by case, and it's pretty much what the fan base expects from that particular artist. A more established artist gets more leeway because we have more of a runway and more catalog to judge them off of versus somebody who just got onto the scene who's more of a 1 or 2 hit wonder. People are expecting them to just constantly put out stuff like that.
Yeah. To touch on that too, because I feel like mine is the same way. As far as if they fell off. An example, because the fans, like, a couple good artists, I can't remember who, but when I say it, like, people will get it. They said that the fans don't know what they want. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the truest thing. Like, you don't know what you want until you hear it. And like we be making the shit that we make in our heads, nobody's heard that shit yet. When we in the studio just making it by ourselves, nobody heard that shit yet, or can even make an opinion about it. So they may think they want this from you, and just like Drake's proven a lot of times, you put something out for the first week because it's not the same as what you just put out. People gonna be like, damn, that shit not it. This nigga falling off, whatever. But then, you know, let some time go by and let this song sink in. Niggas start really liking the music. So the fans really don't determine what a fall off is to me. It's really just what the artists do. A good example, Boondocks. Y'all seen that episode with Gangstalicious when Soulja Boy was in there, or the fake Soulja Boy or whatever? It's like that. Like Gangstalicious was so down on himself where he wasn't making his shit. He started trying to make songs like the Soulja Boy nigga, and that shit was getting nowhere. That's a fall off. It's like you
When you stop believing in yourself.
You stop believing in yourself, in your own sound, to where now you gotta copy niggas to try to stay relevant. And you know, we can see that as fans. You know what I'm saying? We can see when somebody is experimenting, and then when they just can't do it, so they just riding some coattails.
No, that's a fact.
You know what I mean? So it's like that. A fall off is that you lost yourself. You fell off.
No, I agree with that. And that's what I was saying. Like, what I was saying about Wiz, like, I think after Taylor Allardyce, the core Wiz fans are saying, oh, he fell off, da 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 da. And it was, I think Taylor Allardyce came out in 2012. And it's just like, fam, he's been dropping good music since. It just wasn't up to that. It wasn't necessarily pushed by a mainstream label, major label, and stuff like that. So you didn't see it as much, but it was still quality music. Still dropping mad shit, consistent, Wiz type bars. It just didn't get that same promotion. And just because it didn't get the promotion doesn't mean they fell off. It's just Wiz clearly still had the same confidence. He's still been himself.
Yeah.
Even got better. You know what I'm saying?
You don't hear that nigga more. And I, you know, doing that, trying to be on whatever else other niggas doing, bro.
It's a fact.
Like,
The fall off coming soon, man. J. Cole, we waiting on it.
I'm interested.
That's gonna be crazy. I think that's gonna be his best project.
I do too. I also think he's a genius by just running with that narrative. You guys can never classify me as falling off because I already took this narrative and made it into something different now.
That's the 8 Mile theory. Come on.
Yeah, I'm a white rapper.
Yeah, I'm a fucking bum. I live in a trailer with my mom.
You got a third eye for us, bro?
Hell
Before
yeah.
we wrap this John up.
Something quick. I'm be watching around the world, man. I'm seeing the protests over in Cali. See protests over in Africa, you know what I'm saying? France, you know what I'm saying? They be getting busy. And I'd be like, man, why can't we just in America, you know what I mean? We like really stand for some shit, you know what I mean? But I was, you know, if you do a little research on like fluoride, say fluoride is they put it in our waters, they put it in our toothpaste. You know what I mean? They say, oh, it makes your teeth strong. But in reality, it's one is poisonous. Two is like Alex Jones tell it, it's turning the frogs, the male frogs and the women frogs, they turning the frogs gay. That went viral. You know what I'm saying? And also,
Hold on, he still got a platform?
hell yeah.
That's crazy.
And then,
I respect it.
but it also, they say it also gets concentrated in your pineal gland and it calcifies it. You know what I'm saying?
I heard that for a while.
So if those who don't know, your pineal gland is where they say your spiritual senses come from. Your melanin, all of that stuff comes from there. They say 80% of humanity's pineal gland is calcified. You know what I'm saying? But it also makes you more docile. The fluoride in your water,
AKA
you down for whatever. Everybody else in the world is protesting, but we kind of hear, yeah, let it slide. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm sitting back watching all this stuff going on. And it's like, man, we need to. I look at think about like the Boston Tea Party. The Boston Tea Party, they raided some ships, threw all the shit out there, and started a whole war with another country because they taxes went up from 2% to like 3.5%. Meanwhile, in 2024, 25, we're getting taxed damn near 30% of our checks. and we like, this is cool. Trump says, hey, let's
Nah, we like, damn, this is crazy.
and hitting the blunt.
And chilling.
And hitting the blunt.
Or hitting the vape.
Or hitting the vape.
Yeah, nigga.
He's just throwing shots at me, but you know what I'm saying? We staying strong. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's like.
But you're trying to get at that the fluoride is what's causing us to be more docile and more receptive to things that back in the day we would protest and have a major issue with.
Absolutely. And
that amongst many. So, I mean, the fluoride is pretty much like the
fluoride is
the legal lean.
Legal lean.
Legal lean.
I think
fluoride got us sitting on our asses.
Fluoride is the pathway to you allowing some bullshit to get off. You know what I'm saying? So use fluoride-free toothpaste. You know what I'm saying? Drink your bottled water. You know what I'm saying?
What's the fluoride-free toothpaste? What's the brands?
What's that drink called? Nature. Nature has a good one. I be using what's this shit? I just bought some new ones.
So what if it says fluoride-free? Should we believe that?
I think so.
So if Colgate it says fluoride-free, I should believe that.
Colgate will never say fluoride-free. Tom's used to have a really good one. But they I don't know. I think they still make it, but I think a lot of other brands came out and Tom's started putting fluoride in their shit because they was lames and
What about that Arm & Hammer?
Shit, use baking soda. Use regular baking soda to brush your teeth. That's valid too. You don't want all them chemicals. Yo, I've been using non-fluoride toothpaste since about 2011. I used fluoride toothpaste maybe like 2018, 2017. I purposely used a tiny bit because it had the fluoride in it. Bro, I brushed my teeth, bro. When I tell you I had burn marks on my lips, like I literally had burn marks on my lips. That shit was crazy. But that shit is poisonous. Like, look it up. Look it up.
No, yeah, I've heard that. I've known that for a while.
That's why I don't fuck with dentists. It's because like y'all give people fluoride treatments. It's like, yo, fam, this is literally on the periodic table being poisonous, but it's good for our teeth. You're full of shit.
Yeah, that's something Genesis talked about when we had him on a couple of years ago. Just clearing out that, what is it called? Pineal gland. Say it again. Pineal gland. But he talked about that.
Yeah, seat of the soul.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? Stay woke. Stay on your P's and Q's, you know what I mean? Don't let these fuck niggas try you. You know what I mean? Stand on your shit.
Try me. Shout out Dej Loaf. Yo, in that private party interview with Gianni, that nigga shouted out like 20 people.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Yeah.
I think I might do a shout out counter if I have the time. Take it a clip. That'd be fire. But now we appreciate y'all as always. Yeah, I don't know if we have anything else that we want to keep y'all like updated with or in touch with other than the normal stuff.
Yeah, not at the moment. Yeah, man. We appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? Keep tapping in. Stay with us. You know what I mean? We're getting close to the end of the season.
Yes, sir.
We've been going strong.
Season 6 up soon.
Absolutely. Any words for the people, Morrow?
See y'all tomorrow.
Come on, Tomorrow Sound. You heard him.
No Label the Pod. We out.
Peace.